Wes, if it's okay, we were gonna just stop and take a breather, a short rest before we
Oh yeah, no,
cruise
that's fine.
along.
It's if that's what the group wants to do.
Mhm. Got to get Origin's precious spell slots back.
Yes.
Hmm. And I gotta rest up so that I can double attack once per combat.
Awesome.
Oh, you get the action surge on a short rest? Okay. I
If
can't remember.
Mhm.
well, I could be lying.
No, it is a short rest.
Dang, that's pretty good.
Well, I just have to give the fighter something.
Well,
I got
fighters are
pointy
pretty decent.
sticks.
Pointy sticks, yeah.
26.
But yeah, if the 20th level fighter gets 2 action surges, you can. That's pretty good.
And also like 3 attack actions.
Or a 20th, yeah.
Isn't it
Yeah,
four
it's
by that
I
time?
think it's like 3 at level 11 or something. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
close.
think by 17 you get four attacks.
I can't hear you. You sound like you're in a tin can.
I think you get. Don't you get to the point where you get four attacks for a
Yeah.
straight
Yeah,
up
Yeah,
fighter?
Yeah.
you get 4 attacks a turn at 20th level.
Yeah.
The
So
2
the action
action surges
surge,
for
action surge,
bombs.
and get someone to haste you.
Oh, 9
Do we
attacks.
want the fighter hasted?
Why would you not?
Okay, true. And if I give myself a shout, I can roll it with all of those at advantage.
Ooh. Or you can forgo advantage and do 2 extra attacks with the action surge because of a higher level samurai feature.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is.
yeah, I did a level 20. Were you on that, Zach? Uh,
Hmm?
were you on the Vecna one shot?
Yeah, I was. I was playing that weird ass support build with the
Right.
alchemist.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that fighter archer that I made just well, I said solo Vecna in 2 rounds with a double action surge.
Oh
Oh, jeez.
my god.
Machine gunning away.
I think I did nearly 400 damage or something like that. It was
Yeah,
stupid.
Oh
Holy.
my
that's
god.
absurd. And it was from across the battle map too.
Huh.
No one else even got within range of Vecna.
I
Jesus.
I love longbows.
Yeah, it was a bit silly. Felt kind of guilty, but it was getting really late, so I thought, oh, I'm just gonna do it.
Like, just end it now.
You, you. There's a. Oh, what are those things called? Those Gatling weapons. There's a little brap from your Gatling, and boom.
So yeah, if you're playing a high level campaign, don't let the fighter have an oath bow.
Oh. Yeah.
Nightmare. Hey Wes,
Yeah.
can I have a notebook?
Yes, you can have an OAF bow.
Oh.
Okay. Does it deal
An
extra damage to giants?
an
Well, you
oath
have to.
bow.
Yeah. After you figure out the curse, it might.
Hey, I'm down for taking a hit to my int if I get to increase my hit.
Or maybe it's an oat bow.
I'm really good at taking out wheat.
Or
You
oof.
can you can remotely feed horses with your oath bow.
Yes, you can have an oaf bow as long as the giant can have an oaf rock.
Oh.
Magic rocks.
Oh.
Returning rocks. Hits you on the way
Oh.
there, hits you on the way there, and then hits you on the way back.
Oh, jeez.
Bad enough.
Hmm.
So, yes, Mara and their group, I guess you head on ahead of them, but she does say that about another couple kilometers you'll see a side path a pretty wide one. That leads to the hill giant fort.
Yeah, it's a rather wide side path.
Yes. And the weather, it stopped snowing, but it's turning to like a slushy rain. So the weather we had last week,
Mm.
where the mountains got a bit of a frosting.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I wasn't here for that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? That didn't happen.
How was the weather where you were?
Wet. We brought
Oh.
the BC rain with us.
Oh.
Oh.
It was very funny because we were in like Ontario in like a resort. And everybody from Ontario was like, "Oh no, everyone from BC is gonna think Ontario sucks because it's so wet." And I'm like, "No, we just missed the rain so much. We brought it with us."
Ontario doesn't need any help sucking for its weather. Trust me.
Yeah, pretty
True.
much.
It's the worst I've ever. I've lived in quite a few places, and it's definitely the worst.
Wasn't it get like super humid in the summer, like in Toronto?
Oh, it
Yeah.
is. Humid.
Although it's funny, I was in San Diego a few years back, and the big news was it's gonna rain, and it's like it rained for like a couple hours, and like a pretty hard rain, and everybody was just like, "Oh, so horrible." It's like that was it. That was your big rain. Okay.
We could get those for days on end here.
The problem is down there is rains for a couple of hours and you get mass flooding.
Yeah, you can get the flash floods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like everybody was like so bummed. It's like, oh, that's just a rain shower for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you move up and you see the side path.
Okay. You think we should do some tactical scouting this again?
Yeah, I'll stay back with Umo.
Okay. Errol,
That's
come here for a
fine.
second.
So they
Right.
could basically ask us to, yeah, just scout and get more info.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get numbers and
Mhm.
see what they're doing.
Potentially sneak in there if we can find any plans. They're not exactly a stealthy group either, though.
Well, we've got some cover from the rain.
Yeah. If you come here, I can cast invisibility on you.
Okay. Yes, it
That
turns
way.
into a Batman movie. It's rainy and dark the whole rest of the adventure.
Oh man.
I am a creature of the night.
Awesome.
Isn't that from Rocky Horror Picture Show though? Creature of the Night. Um. Okay. Yeah. So people can make perception checks, or whoever's scouting ahead.
Not
Yeah.
me.
Should I
Alright.
stealth?
I
Should I
sent my
roll
osprey.
stealth first?
Umo, do you want to play noisy patty cakes?
Yeah, sure. Between my
Fine,
gauntlets
fine,
and your
fine,
hand, we're
fine.
gonna do well.
You can add symbols.
Clanky cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Well,
I guess the Osprey and Arrow um stealth. I mean, make stealth checks first.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think you can make it with advantage if I cast invisibility on you.
Yeah. If he wants it. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think I need it. We've got the rain. I'm
Okay.
pretty good at this. And the other one's just a bird, so
Up the
26.
side. Not higher than a 10.
Save the spell.
Yeah, it's a
It
bird.
is a bird though, so even though if it's noticeable, it's not out of place.
Yeah, that was a 5.
Okay.
It was a
Um,
horribly wet and very miserable bird.
Oh,
and then both the bird and arrow can make perception checks.
Come on.
Yeah. That was a 17.
15 for Errol.
Okay. Um, yeah, you don't notice any particular tracks. You do you both do smell some like smoke. Like it must be coming. They must be um, running their fire or whatever at the fort, and the smell is drifting over despite the rain and everything. So you think you're getting close,
Hmm.
and as you're scouting ahead and flying ahead and looking for things, you do um, see the top of the building, and as you emerge around the corner, you basically see what's on Albert, this big um, fortress. So it's about 50 feet high, and the walls themselves are probably about, well, they're 10 to 12 feet high. And
Okay.
you see that there are a number of boar rooting around outside the fence, and they're fairly big, like they're well cow size, cow size boar, which apparently can run 25 miles an hour, which is kind of scary.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Yeah, there's about a dozen boar rooting around in the mud and stuff, and then you see the gate open, and there's a couple ogres standing there, and they're calling at the boar, and the boar run into the fenced area, and then the gate closes.
Okay.
So yeah, you've come around the edge, but you can there's still woods and stuff that you can take hide in and observe.
Yeah, I'll sort of look for a spot where the rest of the group can get as close as they possibly can,
Okay.
and the way there.
Yeah.
Um,
You're 200 or 300 meters away. There is a cleared area of a couple hundred feet around the fort. Um, just probably where they cleared things to get lumber to um, build the fort.
Okay.
And you can everybody can make perception checks again.
Hoping sees nothing.
All right. My hawk got a 9, and I get a 12.
Okay.
Errol got a raindrop in his eye. Was it the hawk pooped in his eye or something?
Uh, Kit, Kit,
Yes.
are you there?
Yeah, but I thought I wasn't scouting, so.
Oh, they waited for everybody to catch up.
Oh,
Yeah, Arrow
Oh,
found
okay.
a hiding spot, well, in the woods that you
Yeah,
can.
we're at the edge of the woods.
Yeah.
Come on, do better. Come on, Umo.
Elmo.
7.
Go, kid.
Girl, fine.
natural
Uh,
20 for 26.
Hey,
there we
there
go.
we go.
Oh,
Um, you do notice that. Well, okay, there are lights on. Like there are, uh, well, openings, windows, and you do see lights on inside there. There's definitely smoke coming from the chimney. Um, and you see like shadowy figures moving in front of the windows. Um, you guess maybe there's five different figures that you might have seen move back and forth.
One, two, four. Okay, guys, there's like 5 different figures of varying heights and widths. So there's at least 5 in just that area over there.
And then you saw the
That's
two ogres earlier and the boar.
and that's
Plus,
inside the fort is the five figures.
Yeah, yeah.
is there anybody outside, like patrolling outside, that Kit could see, or that
Um,
we could see
yeah.
in
With
the
that
area of
roll,
flyby?
Kit Um, there isn't anybody actually outside, but Kit does see um a f I guess you have enough of an angle. You can see like the main door to the facility open. A hill giant stomps around outside, looks around, takes a swig from a very large, well, bottle,
Errol,
um,
in
and
this weather, no one's gonna be out here except for like true criminals. Most of the guards are gonna be inside where it's warm or where they can like just peek out every now and then.
yeah, and then it goes back in. It's only outside for like 30 seconds. It well, okay, it came up to the front gate or to the gates going into the fenced off area in the where the courtyard is. Checked the gate and looked around and then went back inside.
Having been at working as a guard for Lady Stormhill, um,
Be back in a sec.
you know, we don't go outside when it's this sort of shitty weather.
Not your job though.
What?
To sit out in the rain and make sure no one's coming.
See, I like that
I don't
because
get paid enough for
that
that.
that when guards behave like that, it makes criminals like me makes my job much easier.
Heroes like you.
We just
Well, that's
assume
Yes, yes,
we just
mighty warriors of right and justice like me.
we
But
just
I did have a bit of a
assume
shady background.
anybody dumb enough to be out in this weather kind of deserves what they're robbing.
Okay, that's fair.
So yeah, through the traveling and spending time with the and just the time of the year, it's still light out, but you can see that you probably have at most an hour's left of daylight.
I think in this weather we've got a pretty good shot of getting up to the walls in the dark, or maybe the twilight. That's probably even better than the dark.
True.
And then climbing over to see a bit more detail inside. We're not getting much from out here.
Yeah.
I'm back.
But I
Sweet.
do think we should think about if the shit hits the fan or the rock hits the arrow, how we can get out of here.
Hmm.
What about the shitty
Well,
rock that hits Earl?
No, 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 no.
Don't give the giants ideas.
yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Well, if we get up to a high level, we can just always jump out a window and I can stop us from hitting the ground horribly.
Airdrop on their base.
Potentially. I also have this
Or
robe of useful items that has this ladder patch. I have no clue what it does.
I thought you were the smart man.
Well, it doesn't say what it does. It just looks like a ladder.
Specify how big this ladder is.
Uh, uh,
well, I just happened to have picked up the self-grappling hook for us to climb over the wall to get in.
oh, that's true.
True.
Someone thinking ahead.
Those of you who are challenged in the vertical dimension.
Hmm.
You're one to talk.
He means wings, dear.
Cold
Oh,
stare, cold stare.
he's the same height as me.
I'd flap up a bit. Oh, really? Looking down at you. Okay. What do you guys want to do? Are we? I don't know. I think we need a bit more info than we've got, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a one-use invisibility tattoo.
Ooh.
I don't think that fixes my stealth problem.
Mm. If you have invisibility, it should give you advantage, but in most cases, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's not like I'm trying to navigate a normal-sized house. This is a giant-sized house, so I shouldn't bump into too many things.
True.
Yeah,
Could
you can
work.
see that each level is at least 20 feet,
Mm.
no, 15 to 20 feet high.
10 to
Hmm.
20 feet high. Pretty
So it
tall.
does have merits.
We just have to go in wherever those boars aren't, because they'll be
Yeah. They'll
wanting
sniff us out.
to rush us. gore us. Horrible creatures. We just have to eat.
Well, do we have any poison? We could always poison their food.
That might take a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Errol's getting text more.
So, Errol and me, since I can go invisible and I can also teleport out if I need to.
Mm-hmm. I can also come as well. Or send even my book in with you. For a few 100 feet anyway.
I think we should all go, surely.
Yeah, it would be nice if we can all get up there. I can try check out this ladder patch. It's probably the best case to use it.
Could have the
So,
ladder as a backup in case we need to kite it out.
safety ladder, you saying?
Yeah, like to get if we got no other option to get over the wall, the ladder would be a good one.
If we're
But getting in, you can at least use
yeah,
some rope. You can climb up.
that's true.
I don't think we need to worry about stealth until we're in or even inside, like inside the building, if that's where we're going to go.
Okay.
Because it's raining, it makes noise. It's dark. It's got lots of cover.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are we gonna do about our clanky pants?
Well, you can leave the clanky pants behind, or you can. Don't know.
She
Kit
just
like
made her clanky pants.
looks up at you. She goes, "You want to leave me behind?"
Just
Oh,
your pants.
that's wrong on so many levels.
You want
Uh,
me to be unable to protect you effectively?
I can keep them. I don't know.
I suppose a frontal assault is out of the question, right?
I can't take on 5 of those guys. Can you? I thought we were
That
just supposed to
depends on
Of
scout the
course I
place.
can.
Depends on how much they group up. I might.
Mm.
We could totally take them, but that's not what we're here for. I don't know. I think we sneak about as best we can. It's not like they're going to be quiet. They're drinking. They're in for a stormy night. I think we got a shot.
Can we
Yeah.
make lightning and thunder like sound like it's happening to cover up the
Maybe Umo could. A little bit, every once in a while.
I could hit something with a booming blade. It goes.
I was gonna say.
Well, for now, I think we should maybe try and head up on the opposite side of where the boars are situated and find a spot
Just
away from a
Just get
window, or
inside. Yep.
yeah,
You
get a
can target
window and
multiple people with invisibility if you upcast it, right?
yeah, I can get up to 4 people, but that's with the 5th level spell.
No, don't do that. Just
Or
get
3.
the. Can we get Orden and how sneaky are you, Tolvik?
Okay, not super great, but not a negative modifier.
Unlike me. I got my own invisibility thing, so
Got your own visibility. Well, Arrow, you probably are okay. I can hit Umo, Kit, and I guess myself might as well for within invisibility.
Yep.
We'll
okay,
probably do that as soon as we get in.
that
Or
works.
just
sounds good to me.
okay.
Let's
Oh,
go.
Yep.
All right. Orden's gonna tap the invisibility tattoo, and he goes invisible.
Mm-hmm. As soon as we
that
get
uses
to
it up, right?
Yeah, it's one use. It's like a spell scroll.
How many hours? Just one?
Yeah, because it
Okay.
As
just
per the
cast
spell.
best
Yeah.
level.
Cool.
Okay, everybody close their eyes.
Oh shit.
I forgot to fog the map.
That's fair.
Yeah, duration is 1 hour. Uses concentration.
Mm. And I guess Topik will cast invisibility at 4th level. So Kit, Umo, and myself are also invisible. Arrow, you're on your own because you're stealthy enough. Hopefully.
Hopefully lucky.
So the top of the map is facing the courtyard,
Okay.
and yeah, those are the outer walls that you can see. So
So we're
Gotcha.
yeah,
coming
there's
from the
just
top.
basically there's the top is where the courtyard is, where the boars are, or where you saw the
Mm.
boars got led into,
Mm.
Mhm.
and there is a side, yeah, there is also a side door that's actually not fenced in.
Mm.
Does the building kind of go right up against the fence in the other places?
Oh yeah, sorry. Let me just take a look at the original structure. Duh, duh, duh. Sorry, yeah, there's a fence that goes around. So that's those side doors are behind the fence. So let's just assume there's a fence like 10 feet away from the whole edge of the building here, except for the front where there's a courtyard,
Mm.
Gotcha.
the top of the map. Yeah.
Maybe the back door is the way we should go in.
Yep.
Or the back side of the building. See what we see.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Which
So
would be
there
the
is
south end of the map.
pardon me?
The south end of the map, would that be it?
Yeah. There are windows. They didn't include them. Well, I was not gonna make this whole building dark.
Mm.
Fair enough.
Yeah. There's a couple windows on the back. They're probably about 10 feet up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, 8 to 10 feet up. Yeah.
All right, so our group's like over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but there is a fence like structure. Like there is a fence here first.
Now we gotta
Yeah.
jump the fence.
Yeah. But yeah, Arrow flits up. You can see that there's a window. Arrow doesn't notice any guards wandering around.
We're good to go.
Ooh, this is when we can use the ladder if we want.
Through the
Arden,
window.
just throw me over.
That is a good point.
You make
There's
noise.
a grappling hook. I just bought it. I want to play with it.
That too.
Go ahead.
Do you have a
Get the
Holocaust
grappling
cloak?
hook.
A what?
A Holocaust cloak.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you only
Oh,
watched that movie once, so
wall.
what assets do we have?
My wits, your steel,
All right.
your strength, my brains. No good.
I have this cloak. Well, why come you didn't mention that?
Are you guys strong enough to pull me up? If
I
you-
am.
Sure, I weigh 320 pounds.
I have to
Pretty
double
sure.
check.
Well, you
Pretty
can
sure
contribute some effort yourself there, bud.
I'm sure I could.
With enough of us, we
This
can
it
throw
still
you
isn't
up.
that easy. I'm not the most athletic person.
I'm good. I got you.
Okay.
This is 19 times 15.
So-
We're good.
I just realized that we're trying to do this while we're all invisible and can't see each other. Wait, funny.
Wait, how much do you weigh, Arden?
320 pounds.
Uma, can I have a hand?
Sure.
Cool. I just need you to carry an extra 50 pounds of Orden.
I can probably do that.
Cool.
All right, I think we can get over the fence with that.
I will scale the wall at the south end,
Oh,
Mhm.
out of sight of any windows that I saw.
no, that doesn't make sense.
That doesn't.
Okay, sorry, I'm just interpreting the map here. Actually, the
I was
bottom of
trying
the
to
map
be.
is the front entrance or front area. So
Oh,
Oh,
you're actually, let me cut this a bit more.
So
So
we
basically
want
this is the
to
courtyard.
oh, I
oh,
see.
Yeah.
okay.
okay.
And so these are the gates. These are the gates where they let the boar in. So you're looking
Uh,
over the fence and actually there's no sight of the boar. And then this here is the tower, um,
yeah.
guard tower, but
Oh yeah, we would definitely go from the other end, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
So yeah, the top end is the backside.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I'm assuming Bones is staying behind with all this.
Yep, he can just lie there, look inconspicuous.
Inconspicuous ancient corpse.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, try and get in through a window.
Okay. Yeah, they're basically the three rooms. Well,
But
the three rooms here have windows.
before we go in, maybe we should just do like a walk around and see what we see.
Why
What do you
don't you
think?
do a fly around?
Okay.
Well,
Quicker that
you
way.
you brought it up, and me walking around is just gonna be really loud, even in the rain. And Kit's like facing the wrong direction.
over, over here. But you can see me. Um, yeah, I don't know if I. Well,
So
what's our goal here? Before we go in, what are we trying to find out?
We're trying to find like any sort of documentation on other giant strongholds. Get an accurate count of their number and what allies they might be forming, I suppose.
You and your books.
Uh,
But
we can
you, you're right. I mean, you're totally right. So, okay,
we can try
that's
slit
cool.
some throats as well if you want.
I mean,
On the way out, yeah, that might be a good thing.
Make you feel better.
So, where are we gonna go if trouble happens? Out the north way? Out the
Out the
side?
north way, probably.
We could also
Whatever's.
break down a wall and go out anyway.
do you
Our
have a
options
rally
list.
point?
Yeah.
What's our rally point?
Back of the fence, north side, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna send my osprey, which I have decided to name Calamari, into
Okay.
Awesome.
the osprey's gonna go up to a window and scout things out.
Okay. Which side?
Directly in front of us.
Okay. So from left to right, um, in here, you see a room that has a number of beds. Oh, just for reference, those squares are 10 feet.
Yep.
Mm.
Duh, duh, duh. It seems to be a large common room. There's a fireplace, um, and there are six hill giants in here. Uh, Six hill giants in here. They seem to be tidying or changing and getting ready for bed.
Okay.
And they just and they seem to be all female hill giants, and they're just like gossiping and stuff as far as you can tell through the eyes of the osprey.
It,
Sorry,
not that
that's like over here.
No, the other side.
one. Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah, over in this area.
All right.
There's no window
Then-
here. Just the two doors in this room. That is 20. There's a big 25 on the window. Uh, duh, duh, duh. There just seems to be there's some furniture. There are some beds, but they're not occupied.
Okay.
And there are three chests that you can see through the window.
All right. So that's that
And
one.
there's like there's clothing hanging like cloaks hanging on hooks and some boots and stuff like that.
Hmm. And then what
And
about?
the last room, it also seems to be a barracks. You can from your angle you can see that there are 10 beds and they have footwalkers at the end of each bed.
Okay.
There are broken. Well, actually, no. There are several weapons. There's a weapon rack and uh, hooks for hanging helmets.
Hmm. Okay. So these ones on this side are empty, so we can choose to go through in one of those. Let's just avoid that one. That one's like completely full.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got 6 we've seen, and then another room with 10 other beds. So that's
Each one of
are
those
they?
two other bedrooms has 10 beds. One, two, three, four,
Yeah.
five. Yeah.
Do the beds seem neatly made or well lived in?
The beds are made, um, but there's indications that the rooms are in use.
Mm.
And are
So
they
either I
giant
guess.
sized beds
Yeah,
or
they are.
normal size?
Yeah, they're all giant sized beds.
Hmm.
As calamari is looking in, can you make a perception check for calamari?
Okay. Let's see. That's a 16.
You listening through calamari's. Oh, does calamari get your? Oh no, that's for smell. Never mind. Um,
He has advantage on sight checks.
okay. No, it was more of a hearing check.
Oh. Okay.
Um, calamari might have heard voices coming from within the building, but not those rooms. Like further in, there might be there. Sort of you can calamari can hear like laughing and deep voices, but it was just a moment of hearing some voices, mostly when looking in the this window.
Okay. So like people were passing by the door or something.
So it seems like because you can see the door on the far side, the sounds are coming from beyond that door.
Yeah. And like kind of like they came in and faded as if someone was talking while walking past that door.
More that it's just like this round of laughter
Okay.
burst out.
All right. So I say we go in through this one. Seems to be
Yeah. That's the
best
one
view.
with the chests too, right?
Yeah.
Might as
We
well
have
rub a
no.
blind while we're here.
All right. Let's hop in through here, I suppose.
Okay. So the window is 8 feet up. How are you getting to it?
Orden will act as an elephant stepladder.
Okay.
Ah,
You can actually, well, you can see that the window is, it doesn't look like it, well, it's one of those, it's got the hinge at the top and you can push it out from the bottom a little bit. That little bit is probably about 2 feet. So Orden would have a hard time squeezing through, but the others can manage.
There's no way to carry our elephant to work, huh?
Yes.
Is it
Can't fit him into the window.
carry your elephant to work day?
Uh,
Yeah.
All right.
I can
I'll just
teleport you in if you
Um,
need.
I mean, on examination, you can see it's so like it's one of those windows that like you push it open, but you can only go so far because there's like a that like the hinged piece of wood that stops it from opening wide open. So
Mm.
if you break those two little
Mm.
pieces, or
I can try and like dismantle them a bit,
yeah, you can unscrew them or whatever.
and if
Um,
that
yeah. So like you could swing the window wide open to allow Orden to enter.
24 sleight of hand to fix it with thieves' tools or whatever.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work, I'll use my silent hammer to break it. I have tools now.
yeah, we have a silent
Uh,
hammer. Wait.
Okay. Everybody make a stealth check as you and whatchamacallit. Errol, make a tool use roll like a dex.
I did a 24 for that,
Okay. Yeah. So you managed to.
and a natural 20 for
Okay.
my stealth. 31.
just a question about invisibility. Does that just give us heavy obscurement, or do we get like some sort of invisibility or like advantage on stealth?
Advantage on stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or in Umul and Kit's case, the advantage and disadvantage cancels out, so it's just
Right.
straight.
So you
Yeah.
can roll 3 dice and take the middle one.
Ah.
16 for Tolvig.
Okay.
10 for Orton.
Oof.
Yeah.
Orden's the elephant in the window. Squeezes through and squishes on the ground a little noisily, but yeah, nothing seems to react. Like you sort of like stepped down, squished, made a squishing sound, and it's like you stopped, listened, no activity, and you got out of the way of whoever's next.
Mhm.
Uh, well, I guess you were probably the last one because you were the step
Yeah.
ladder. So Umul and Kit, you're
Na- Natural 20 for a
okay.
total of 25.
Nice.
Kit lands
Two nat, two
very
nat 20s on stealth. Awesome.
very dexterously. Umuldine's too is like sort of like as you were climbing down or dropping down, your one of your arm pieces like scraped along the wall, but it didn't seem to cause anybody to notice because I can't roll higher than 10.
Yay.
Excellent.
So yes, you are. Let me uncover the room. So yes, you are in this room. It has, I think, it had 7, 8, 9 beds.
All right. And we're in.
Sort of a little table in the corner there, and there was 3 chests.
I was gonna immediately go listen at that door.
Okay, make a perception. And do you speak Giantish?
I do not speak Giantish.
Okay. Would you get your 11? So yeah, you hear voices in the next room. Um, there's talking that is conversational, I guess. And then every once in a while you hear this a raised voice, but it most you get the idea that it's just a bunch of people hanging out in that room.
Well,
And
friends,
actually with
is
that
there like
roll,
a keyhole I can look through?
no.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
with that roll, you know there's more than one voice, but um It could be 2 to 6 voices, at least two, less than 100.
Hmm.
There's definitely not 100 giants in
Very useful.
Good news.
there. So our only way out of this room is through a room full of other giants.
We are invisible. So,
Most of us.
mhm.
I can cast another invisibility if you wanted to, Arrow.
No, then that breaks.
Oh,
That
that does. That's right.
Mhm.
Concentration. My bad.
Yes, the bane of every caster's existence.
Uh,
You could
Uh,
stuff them in a bag of holding for like 30 seconds. Hold your breath.
what is?
I have
Can I smell how many giants are past the door?
Yeah, make a perception check. You can put your snout to the base of the door.
I am rolling terribly. That's not. I rolled a 2 and a 4. I got nothing.
So there's definitely at least two different smells and less than 100 smells. You can also smell like cigar smoke and the smell of like bad cheese.
Ooh.
Yeah, very unhealthy.
so
Okay. Like, see if I can crack the door just a little bit.
Okay, make stealth check.
let me do that one. I'm good
Okay.
at this.
Oh, these doors
Hang on.
are about 12 feet high and 7 feet wide.
Oh dear.
So an arrow, the door handle itself is about 6 feet up.
So
Not
in
much
other words,
leverage when
I'm
you're
the only one.
flying.
Okay, hang on. Whispering. We can do this like the super daring way and go out and try and sneak past a bunch of giants. Or we can go back out the window and come in through another one. Just saying.
Yeah. We
But I
could
heard
try another
voices
room, might
outside
be
the door of the
better.
other one, and there are giants actively in. Uh, like, one is full of giants. The
Yeah.
other definitely has giants outside the door. So I don't think our chances will improve if we go to one or the other.
We could go to a side room. A room on the side of
Or
the.
Bad.
we could try like over here or something instead. We're not here to be discovered or fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
Yeah, aren't we just trying to listen in on them, basically?
Honestly,
Maybe, but
yeah.
none of us speak giant, so.
Yeah,
So
I
so
yes.
can.
you have seen you saw six in the other room, 2 to 6 in the room beyond this door.
Yep,
So,
I'm keeping count.
somewhere between 6 and 12 or 8 and 12 hill giants.
So
So
I'm
the
gonna go to
ones
the
you
far end of
saw,
the room.
yeah, the women that you saw, they they look more like servants. Like they didn't seem like combatants, but
Mm.
still a non-combatant giant picking up something big and throwing it at you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the far end of the room and as quietly as I can cast comprehend languages on myself.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically beyond the door, you hear it's like it sounds like they're playing some sort of game. It's like you know, how much you bet? How much you bet? And well, show me what you have. And then you hear one guy say, "Oh, I got better than you," and anyways, just like that conversation around people playing a game, and someone seems to be winning more than the other.
Okay, so I'm going to gonna try this. Um, I'm gonna use minor illusion to make a voice that says, sounds like one of the giants that says, "I said all in. I bet, I bet all." I bet all.
And you hear one, Grog, you sure? I didn't say that. And there seems to be a dispute going on about who said all in, because none of them seem to be going all in. You only have two left.
Accuse him of cheating.
But yeah, they seem confused in there, but nobody's overly suspicious of this extra voice.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing we might, now that we're in, one thing we might try and do is make a sound or something outside.
Uh,
That's the only other idea I've got.
I mean, I could lightning bolt their lawn, but I don't know how that benefits us.
No, nothing so extreme.
mhm.
Examining the walls, they look to be fairly sturdy and thick. Um, and in this room, you can't like the osprey could see the women were talking and stuff like that. You can't hear them from where you are. So
Okay.
yeah, the sound, the place, just seems, the wall seems sturdy enough that sound doesn't travel very far.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think, guys? Through the door or around the outside and into another one?
They seem distracted enough that we could just go through the door.
Probably.
Let's
Uh,
risk it.
yeah. Before we go,
Sure.
can we like quietly search through these chests and see if there's anything incriminating or if it's just
That
personal
too.
belongings?
Yeah. They just seem to be filled with clothing and equipment.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
do
but
notice lying on along one wall, there's some spears, which are very long,
hmm.
giant
Well,
size
but
spears.
stairs.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any way to like quietly sabotage their equipment?
Yeah, I mean, like you could cut or, chip away so that when the spear pokes something, it just the head snaps off and stuff like that. There are also some giant sized boots um, uh, by some of the beds.
I use my caltrops and put a couple in each set.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
that is evil.
that is
I
pure
was going to put a
evil.
dead mouse in there, but that's much better.
Mhm.
Oh.
Um, are we
and
gonna
and you
pay your
find
cash,
about
guys?
I mean you find the equivalent of um, 50 gold pieces.
Okay, so taxes. Um,
Hey, there's my spell ink.
no, no, it's taxes now.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, service fees.
Oh, and you find a sack of you find a sack that like when you poke through it is like clanging in there, and there's a dozen human-sized helmets in it.
Uh,
Hmm.
well, don't have to feel bad about whatever we do to these people, at least, or
Yeah.
what we do to these
Caltrops
generals.
and caltrops in the boots seem less evil now.
Yeah.
Um, make a perception check.
Smell or sight or hear?
Sight.
All of us?
Yeah.
Cool.
Nope.
Dang, Orden got a 23.
Whew.
20.
What did Arrow get? 20. Okay.
Dirty 20. Yeah.
Um,
18.
Errol and Orden,
Warden.
um, she's standing there talking about what you're going to do next, and you see like this blur in front of the window, and the next time you look over there, or you're like, and then it suddenly appears again, and there's this like skeleton head. How's it going?
Well, let's be quiet.
And then it finally lands on the ledge of the window ledge, and it's like, how's it going?
Slow progress. We're stuck, and there's giants on the other side.
Oh, why
Or
don't you
else we
attack them
could.
from two spots?
Goosebumps.
No, that's a good
We're
idea.
not. We're not attacking, are we?
Yeah.
And then the head wobbles and falls back down.
It was just his head.
Well, yeah. If we think we can take these guys quick enough.
Sure,
And
let's go.
okay,
There's 6 giants. I can.
six in
We
the
can try
other
and sneak.
room. Possibly only 2 in this one if we can get them quick enough.
Let's just open the door and see what's on the other side. We're all invisible. It should be fine.
Yeah, just push it open slowly,
Orden,
and
you're gonna
I'll
have to get that one.
Yeah.
I'll hide.
I opened the door
What's
slowly.
your strength?
That is a good one. I will just turn the knob and ask everybody else to pull.
Yes.
I will push.
I'm gonna make sure I'm out of sight of the line of sight of the door. Hopefully.
Yeah. So yeah, um, basically Orden could not Orden can reach the latch, but he can't move the door on his own. He needs at least one other person to help. And so
I will
yes,
help.
yeah. How far are you opening the door?
Enough to look through.
Okay. So yes, you see that there are 5 giants sitting around the table, playing some sort of game, and um, Orden can smell that they're drinking, and they seem to be getting, well, they seem to be having too much. A couple of them at least.
All
Okay.
right, guys, I'm gonna make a break for it, and Kit'll scuttle through.
Okay,
Oh boy.
make a stealth.
I'll do it.
14.
Um,
Eh,
a, a couple of them look over at, well, in your where you are, but obviously they don't see you, and it's like, you hear that? Uh, and everyone said, what? There's nothing there. And how much you betting? You just don't want to lose again.
Beep, 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 beep.
So Kit, you can position yourself in there wherever you want. Oh, actually, let me.
I
Sorry,
can't see.
I know. I'm looking at the master map and it's like, let me unfog that area. Whoop. And populate it.
Are these doors open?
No, they're closed. Ajar, but not fully open.
Okay.
And
Could a halfling fit through?
yeah. Okay, it's gonna be hard to fit 5 of them in here. Well, actually, they're 10-foot square, so. So Kit can look out, and in your line of sight, you basically see this.
Boy, I wish I could talk telepathically like we did earlier.
I forgot to put it up.
I will let you retcon that if you want to cast
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
I will relay telepathically what I see.
So that area is empty. But make a perception check.
Okay, hold on. Dirty 20.
Okay. You hear probably what's snoring from the area around the corner.
Okay, I relay a snoring sound and then see if I can squish through to see if there's anything more.
Okay. Uh,
Orton's gonna start following.
how far are you moving? How far is Kit moving? Hello,
Hello.
I
Nicole.
sorry, it was the wrong keep bind. I'm sorry. I said I was just moving in like 5 feet.
Oh, okay, okay, that's fine. So yeah, it doesn't really. You can't really see much more around the corners, but you
Okay.
are on the other side of the door. Orden, make a stealth check.
Don't be shit. 12.
Yes. Once again, you get one. They're because they're so busy talking to each other, they're sort of distracted. But one of them does look in your direction, but seeing that there's nothing there to see, is not really paying attention. You're looking at that gap in the door, looking at yourself, looking at the door. You don't think it's open enough.
Hmm.
Let's
Right?
say you get out there, and then I got something to try, but I'll go last because I'm not actually invisible.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah, I guess I'll go next.
Okay, if you can make your stealth check.
Pretty good. 18.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see the open doors. You don't. But I guess because you guys have the telepathic bond, you know that Kit is outside the room.
Okay. I can see through it though, right?
Yeah, the door is open enough that you can sneak through.
Oh, I can sneak through. Okay.
Yeah.
Might as well get out of the danger zone then.
normal.
I guess that means I'm gonna have to go. Why are we doing this again?
I don't know.
Dragon promised us friendship?
Ah,
For info, not suicide.
Well, don't
Umo's
get caught.
Umo stealth check.
Okay, hold on. Just before you go, um, as quietly as I can, just as Umal starts moving, and I'm gonna say, "Orden, be ready." I'm gonna cast a minor illusion on like the closest giant because that's probably as far as I can go,
Hmm.
and just have it of like a card, whatever game they're
Yeah,
playing,
yeah.
like
A game
a
piece.
good
Yeah.
card, but like in his sleeve or something like that.
Obvious.
Just like a really obvious card. Um, with the
That's a
check.
stroke of genius. I love that idea.
And before I step out, I'm gonna give myself guidance and then we'll give it a go.
Okay. So what's your objective, Errol?
My objective is to have the other giants notice this card up his sleeve and get pissed off by it.
Okay.
Like he's like clearly cheating.
Sorry, the odds work are against you. I rolled a 7, an 8, and two threes.
No.
They
For
don't.
what?
They don't really notice this one's cheating.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Okay, Umo, you managed to. Yeah, you can make it out.
Oh, with a 6 plus my guidance,
Oh,
this
I
is
thought you
gonna be
said.
bad.
I heard a nat 20 there.
Oh no,
Oh,
no, no, no.
okay. Um.
Plus what? D4,
if
an additional 3, so 9. Woo!
Okay.
And they're not paying attention.
This time this one is like looks over there and it's like because they've heard things from the other two that snuck by. It's like this one finally goes over there and it's just like
if
um
they're
poking out.
moving,
He's got like a weapon that was leaning against the wall. He picks it up and he's just like moving forward and poking it ahead
if
of
they're
him. Um,
they're moving towards it, I'm looking through my book. I would like to try and cast something.
Okay.
Keep in mind that casting something breaks invisibility.
Yep.
Not if it's just a non-concentration.
No,
No.
any spell cast, yeah.
Yeah.
Any spellcast
Yeah.
breaks concentration.
Yeah, it breaks the
Yeah.
invisibility,
Breaks
not the
the invisibility.
concentration, but the invisibility.
Just for mine though.
No.
No,
Because
that would
Yeah.
also break Umil's and Kit's invisibility as well, since that's your spell.
No, because it won't break
No, it wouldn't
his
break
concentration.
concentration on
He's
others.
Oh,
still
true. Yeah.
concentrating on ours, but he will break his, not
Yeah.
because he's lost concentration.
yeah,
Yeah.
Tolvig loses his invisibility because he cast a spell, but he's still concentrating on the spell. So
Yes.
Kit and Umo are still invisible.
Okay.
Yeah. But because it's almost 10, we'll stop at that cliffhanger point and
Nightmare.
Hey.
Sounds good.
as
How can they?
yes, the scene ends with the giant moving forward, poking at the air.
The one time where enemies rolling bad on perception actually worked against us.
I know. I'm
Right.
like,
Oh man.
Oh.
He might miss. I got a pretty high AC.
Well, he's not swinging to hit or anything. He's just exploring.
Gotcha.
You know, so like wondering what made that noise over there.
He's playing a game with Dwarf Sweeper.
Yep.
I've got a bit of a plan,
Yeah,
if I remember.
Half a plan.
half of
Yeah.
a plan to get you out. Well, thanks for the game, Wes. That was great.
Yeah, that was fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was amazing. Nice RP. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yes, I was just
That
like,
was fun.
15 minutes talking about taxes.
I'm sorry.
that's okay. It means the group gets along. Well, in terms of being on a role play and get into
Yeah,
character and
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's fun. All right. See you all in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yep.
Take care.